Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Benevolence. When you guys are welcome to call me B, that's the name that I go by. I take it that the reason that you're here is because you're looking for additional content on auditing. So it means that you're either struggling or you're just, looking for that just one level of understanding that your notes at your university are probably not giving you. And I would like to share with you guys that you're not alone. In fact, a lot of students generally struggle with auditing, and I know this from my experience as an academic. I found that they usually struggle with financial accounting as well as auditing. Financial accounting for the sheer volume of it, which makes sense. But with auditing, it's not necessarily the volume, but I think it's the nature of the subject. So it's on the more theoretical side compared to the other three subjects. And well, you guys are accountants, so chances are you pursued this degree because you felt that you were a numbers person. You didn't really like studying theory. And here comes auditing with all of its theory. Another reason why candidates or students generally struggle is because of the abstract nature of the subject. So you've never experience this, you don't see it in an everyday life kind of basis. So it just seems like this thing that is so far removed from your reality that you really don't know what to do with it. And so it requires a lot of critical thinking in order to get this right. And you'll notice that the further up you go in your degree, the more critical thinking you need to display. If you're in your second, third year, you could still get away with like cramming some of the stuff, but the further up you go, you really need to apply your mind. And so it's very difficult to apply your mind to something that you don't really understand. And that is why I've started this channel, to say that it can be done. You can't really understand auditing as a concept. The nice thing about it is that, once you get auditing, guys, you truly, truly get it, right? You just only have to learn it once. And then once you get to CTA and beyond, auditing then becomes the least of your worries. For those that are, worried about whether or not it's actually going to get better once they get to the audit firms, will they be actually able to do the work? The nice thing about audit firms is that you get audit programs. So they basically give you the procedures to perform. There is some thinking, but let me just say they cover their basis. They cover the risk that you will come in as a trainee and won't really understand what you need to do. So they kind of like tell you what you need to do. But obviously you're not in practice yet if you're still doing your undergrad and CTA, or rather, unless you're doing it with UNISA. But for majority of the students, you still just seeing this for the first time, and you obviously have to pass it. So you still need to, find a way to make a success of it up until, you then worry about the next phase of your life when you then start doing your auditing articles, if that's what you're going to choose. So, like I said, guys, it can be done. I've seen this in my experience as an academic. So I was an auditing academic for some time, and I've also worked with CICA as a senior ITC and APC marker. So I do kind of know what I'm talking about. So you guys can trust me, I promise. But I just also wanted to say that, over time, I've also picked up some things that kind of work every single time. So it's more of principles that you can apply in answering different types of questions that can possibly assist you in doing better. And I say this not because I'm blowing my own horn, but I have had oh my word, what am I even saying? I've had students that have, come back to me and say that, the principles that they did learn in my class have actually helped them going CTA and beyond. So auditing really is the least of their worries. So I just thought I'd, be generous and share all of that knowledge with the greater internet. And I really do hope that you're going to benefit from what we're going to share here. In terms of my vision for this channel, I'm thinking more, topic summaries, exam technique, as opposed to full-on lecture. And the reason I'm doing this is because you know, whichever institution that you go to will obviously have had classes that they've, you know, held for you guys. So they would have taught you, for example, Section 45 of the Companies Act. I'm not going to come here and talk about Section 45 of the Companies Act unless it relates to something on exam technique that I would like to share. So that's going to be my focus, but obviously we will, you know, adapt depending on the needs of the people who are going to be interacting with this channel. If you guys feel that you want me to go a bit more in depth with certain types of topic, I'd be happy to do that. Just please don't forget to subscribe, like, share. I've always wanted to say that. You know, with anyone who you think might actually be interested or might actually benefit from this content. The target audience is ideally people who are planning on writing the ITC, APC, students who are busy with their undergrad, busy with their CTA, and just generally struggling with auditing. So it is my hope that, you know, after spending a few minutes watching what I'm going to create for you guys, you will come out on the other side, at least with a small understanding of what it takes to pass a particular module. And in terms of how I'm going to arrange the modules, I was thinking arrange it in a similar way to the way that it looks at the universities. So with most universities, what will happen is that, for example, you will start out with the Corp Gov element. So your K and your Companies Act. So we can start with that and then talk about some exam technique principles in terms of that, then go into ethics, which is then your CPC, your APA and so forth, and then the audit process, pre-engagement planning, which consists of a lot of elements, gathering audit evidence, again, a lot of elements. That's where you're going to find your substantive procedures, internal controls, amongst other things. And then one of my favorites, evaluation and conclusion towards the end. So that is my vision, obviously. I'm adaptable, and depending on what the viewers would like to see, I might then have additional content with regard to whatever that you guys would like to see. So please do make sure to leave a comment about what you would like to see. I've also created a unique email address for if you prefer to reach out to me privately and not out in the comments in terms of the type of content that you'd like for me to cover. So please do that. I really do look forward to interacting with you guys. And I hope that, you know, I will be able to help a little bit in your journey and, you know, help you love auditing. I always call it the misunderstood black sheep of the core disciplines, right? And for reasons that I've mentioned earlier. But the really nice thing is that it can be done. Like I said, once you just, you know, just invest a little bit of time in getting to know the content and, you know, perfecting your exam technique. And trust me, auditing is something that you will never, ever have to worry about. So I look forward to, you know, interacting with you guys. And yeah, see you later, I suppose. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.